Hello, Sassy Nation, and welcome to the YouTube live that I wasn't planning on doing for the evening. I planned on doing this in the group over at Sassy Suburb, but you know, the Book of Face has decided to have an absolute problem and a nightmare for the last 25 minutes. So here we are. We're over here on YouTube. Thanks for joining us. I appreciate this. This should be fun, epic, and anything else. I have some ladies behind the helm who are going to be the entertainment because I'm stressed already. So fun times here in the hood. There you go. Let's bring them all in. Let's see, we have Cheyenne, we have Miss Patty or Elderberry, and we have Miss Jody. Elderberry, you need to unmute yourself. You too, Cheyenne. Y'all can unmute yourselves, by the way.
Oh, I'm okay. I'm not muted anymore.
No. So hello, ladies. We've been fighting with the good old Book of Face for the last, 15, 20 minutes now? At least. Well, now it's 27 minutes. Trying to do this live. And you know what? It wasn't me this time. It kept coming up that Facebook is having an error that it won't let you go live. I tried going live on my phone. I tried going live on my computer, everything. So welcome, ladies. They're here to heckle me tonight. I'm going to give you the disclaimer of tonight's live. We are not using a heat press. We are not using a convection oven. We're going to use some other form of a technique. And it's going to help with some problem areas. And we're going to go all in on this live because we're going to press things well. Let me just tell you, I say press. We're going to create something like this where, this just happens to be a problem for everybody in the sublimation world. So we're just going to tackle this particular little piece of information. We're also going to tackle this. And you're going to go, Nikki, what in the hell? So this, we're going to put an image on without a heat press or a mug press or a convection oven. So we have that, and we have a few more goodies over on there. I printed off random items. Some are from our vendors, some are just from various vendors, but let's just say hello to everybody in the comments section. Thank you so much for joining me. We see Randy. Hello, Miss Randy. We have Miss Letty. I refuse to call her Councilwoman Letty, even though that's what Jeff calls her, because it makes her sound old. I just want you to know she's my age. No way. Okay. We have Miss Wendy. We have Tamara. We have Miss Sandy. The ever so sweet Miss Paige. And then we have another Miss Tammy. Or Tamara and Tammy. So hello, ladies. Thanks so much for joining me. And all those who haven't said hi in the comment section. Hello, Eloise. We have Chuck. Chuck, you found me. Thank you. I'm sorry. I truly did mean to go on the Book of Face. I did. I'm sorry. I told him I wasn't going to. Anywho, so Jody and I sat the other night having this crazy thought idea. And I said, well, let's do it. She timed me and she said, you're nuts. So should we talk about it? You want to talk about it real quick? So you saw the post where I did the big flower 40-ounce tumbler, right? And then you saw where I did the peacock tumbler. So I made the post that said one of these was done in a mug press and one of these was not. And you couldn't tell which one I did in the mug press and which one I did not, correct? Would you say that's a correct assumption? You guys are lively tonight. I can't hear you.
That's very correct.
Okay, so
I keep muting on and off because I have people in the house.
It's okay. So what I used was a heat gun, a $29 heat gun from Home Depot. And why this is going to become important, I feel, for all of you is because if you were to go to take this little piece of information and you put it in your mug press, you're going to have a problem. You're going to have that line here and here where you can't get in underneath the handle. And a lot of us want that full bleed look. So we're going to do a full bleed look using just the heat gun. I literally feel like I forgot to do something because I don't have the mug press going. I don't have the heat press on. So we're just going to wing it. So the tumbler, the 20-ounce tumbler was the one that Jody and I sat and did with the heat gun. And it took me, I took out the minute time preheating it, Jody, and I did a tumbler today. It only took me 4 minutes. I timed myself. It took me 4 minutes to use the heat gun, and I got a superb looking tumbler. Ask Miss Patty. She got to see it. It's gorgeous. So hello to everybody in the comment section. So I'm going to flip the camera over. These three are going to heckle me to death because they think I'm crazy, but they want to see it's done, because there's going to be some things that you guys don't realize you may be able to tackle. They may have been too hard for you. And sometimes too, we're afraid to do it. We're afraid that the heat press is going to break it. This is not an end all be all. Do not come at me in the comment section that this was the worst idea you've ever heard of, because trust me, it's already out on the internet. So it isn't my idea, but we're going to do it anyway. This is just kind of the things that it would be. Did you post the link in here? Link for what?
I think he's talking about the link for this, and we did just post it in the Facebook group.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm like, I don't know what the heck he's
Also,
talking about.
Randy put this little ditty up there.
Dang you. Okay, you know what? Guess what, everybody? It's Friday night, which means this is like old school tableside sass that I've done a million years ago, where it's raw, it's unfiltered, and we're just gonna have at it. And that's just what this is. It's completely raw and unfiltered. I'm gonna see what comes out of my mouth. I'm not going to be shy about it. I'm going to tell you if I think this is the worst possible idea running on the planet. I'm going to tell you it's not the worst idea I've ever done, and I've done some doozies. So let's get this over here while these three heckle the crap out of me.
Well, at least it's not a grilled cheese sandwich.
Oh, for the love of God. You know what? But no, we did warm a cookie though. Literally at AG last year, Matthew goes, "Oh, this cookie would taste." Sorry, this is a squirrel moment. And Matthew's like, "This cookie would taste amazing if it was warmed up." I'm like, "Give it to me." He's like, "Why?" Put it on some clean butcher paper, put it under the heat press, and we warmed up his cookie. True story. If you were there, you know that I'm not lying about this conversation. So head over to the heat press. Oh, good gravy. All right, y'all can hear me over there, all right?
Yep.
Okay, good. Let me get the things. So when I told the three of them that I was going to be doing this crazy idea, first of all, Jody goes, "You're going to do what?" And yes, I'm going to. And she said, "You're nuts." Well, we know. So here's the mug I did today using the heat gun. So they could get in underneath. Can you see me on the little one? I don't know. Maybe I need to go to the other one. Did I switch over to the big camera now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
See? Right under there.
She's so pretty.
She is gorgeous.
She's
gorgeous.
Okay.
Hi. Make sure y'all let me know what's going on in the comment section too, because you know what? I'm going to cause a riot. I'm starting a riot. All right. So some of the things that I was thinking about, like what are some of the hard substrates that I'll flip the camera over in a second. What are some of the hard substrates that people fear to put in a mug press or a heat press? You know, that kind of thing. We're going to talk about that because that could be an issue for some people. I'm also going to tell you that if you put this in a mug press, okay, you do have that spot that doesn't work. You can then go back and hit it with the heat gun. So you could put your paper how it is, put it in your mug press what you need to do, you know, the thing. But then you could come in with your heat gun and get in underneath this spot so you could do a full bleed, because some of us don't have mug presses. Some of us don't have convection ovens. Okay. And some of us are blessed with both. But at the end of the day, sometimes I don't want to maybe put on my heat press. Maybe I just need to do a spot design. Who'd have thunk? We're going to do a spot design on a piece of metal because I don't want to heat up the heat press for one little tiny logo. So this may be a good, like, oh, I didn't think of that. This little sucker, which is heavy, it's glass. Okay. So as you can see, it's a glass award. I believe I got this from Johnson Plastics. Maybe it was Condi. One of the two of them. I've had it for eons. I've just never done anything with it. I want to say it's Johnson Plastics though. I'm going to use the heat press on this because again, people are afraid to do it. We're going to test it out. I am literally going to test out products. We're going to see if it works. I'm going to spot cover because, you know, I did this on a different live for various different reasons. So I'm just going to put a design over this because I just want to show you how to do it on one of these. We're going to tackle this bad boy. I'm going to try to do a full bleed. I don't think it's going to work. Only because this just, no. Anywho, I'm going to do the cut and tapered method that you could do on that. But a lot of times you don't want to do screen or do the shrink wrap. And I'm going to do this because I don't want to use shrink wrap. I want to just put it on. I want to tape it. These come from our IM distributors, by the way. So I'm going to do a pen because why not? So are we good? Like anybody in the comment section. And if there's something you think that I might have here in stock that you might want me to do and say, can we try it? Let me know. You guys are awfully quiet tonight. Oh,
we just switched over the view so that they could see you a little bit better because it was kind of hard. You were a little small.
It wasn't switched over?
No, like you were still big, but because there was 4 of us on the screen.
Oh, got it. Okay.
I shifted us for you. So that way they get to see your glorious face, but we still get to heckle and still be on the side.
Okay, good. So what I did was, because I don't want the heat to go onto my mat. Well, let me do this. Because I don't want it to go on my mat. I did get one of my mouse pads, and it works as a really good heat conductor. So when I'm using all of the things, it'll do this. Again, I'm going to state this. If you have a mug press, if you have a heat press, if you have a convection oven, do what you need to do. This is just maybe for those hard to do items. All right. Do not come at me in the comment section telling me how much of a horrible idea this is. For the love of Peter, I sublimated on thermal laminate and put it on wood. So if you think that this is the craziest idea of something I've ever done, you really should go back and watch some of the other crap I've done.
Randy wants to know, does it work on fabrics?
Ooh, who wanted to know that?
Randy.
Does it work on fabric?
That's a really good question.
That is I mean, I could print something off. Yeah, you know what? We can
But if
try.
you're using a heat gun on fabrics, might.
So what one should we do first? Should we tackle the glass one first?
Why not?
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure, go for the glory.
All right, we're just gonna go for it because why not? So this design that you guys are seeing right here, if you got the mall box, this is in the mall box. So on the mall box that got shipped out to everyone, or is in the process of getting shipped out over the next day or so, because there's so many of them, it's hard for Kevin to take everything all at once. You got a QR code on your box. And in that QR code are 44 AI-assisted papers that I created through lots of prompts and whatnot. Some you'll use for backgrounds for things. Some you might not use at all. But just know that's what you get when you get free. So there you go. All right. So I'm going to, I don't even know. So I don't even know what the heck I'm doing. Does that surprise you? Probably. We're going to do this because I want to just kind of get the shape of it. Now, the heat gun I'm using is the $29 Wagner one. I'm going to let this heat up and we're going to do it because, again, sometimes people don't want to turn on their heat press for whatever reason. Now, I did cut it a little short. That's okay, though. Okay. You guys are going to just get the process here. The thing is, you want to be able to see your image through the paper. So I'm going to really tape this down because I want it to be nice and tight on here because that still matters. Tape still matters. Okay. Sorry. You know what? This would have been better if I had a Friday night beverage. You know, it's one of those things that this should have been an email. This should have been a Zoom. Okay. I have no idea. I've only done tumblers, people. Tumblers. But we're doing the glass. Okay. Now, you're going to ask me, Nikki, how long do you do this for? Great question. I'd love to tell you. So one of the girls will time me in the background to see how long these take. You want to be able to see the image through your picture. With this one, The beautiful part is I could pick it up and turn it around and see what the hell I'm doing. But for this, because I want to see what it's doing, I am adding no pressure to this. There's absolutely no pressure. No pressure. No pressure. So I don't know, to answer your question. Anybody in the comment section? Because I can't see anybody. But you know what? I probably could bring it up on the YouTube. Because I kind of want to see what y'all are talking about. I feel lonely at the moment. Nobody's talking to me.
I mean, I'm sure we could do some soundtrack if you want, you know.
Yeah, or something.
Would it have killed you? Okay. All right, here we go. So there's two settings. There is no digital. We have it on low, which is the 750 degrees is what it tells you. And then we have it on the 1200 because why not? So that's what I used on the tumbler was the high setting. I'm keeping it about 2 inches or so away from it and I'm moving it. So we're going to heat up the paper. And if it works like it did with the tumbler, I will be able to start to see this through this very quickly.
And I do have the stopwatch going.
Okay.
Apparently, we all have a stopwatch.
Okay, well.
What?
All 3 of us have a stopwatch going, so this should be fun.
All right, hold on 2 seconds. I want to be able to hear you guys, and I can't hear any of you on the...
My time's still going. What the heck?
Okay, let it go. Keep going. It's okay. It's okay. Let it keep going. I just got to be able to hear you guys.
Also, kids, let's remember our gloves. We want to keep our fingerprints.
Yes.
Yeah, because let me tell you, this shit gets hot.
Safety first.
Now, you're going to be like, Nikki, I would just rather put it in my heat press. And yes, but this is out of fear. A lot of people have fear of doing things. And so, honestly, sometimes they don't want to put it in their heat press. Maybe they just don't want to do it. Maybe they don't want to wrap it into bajillion layers of whatever. Maybe they don't like using the shrink wrap. I don't care what your purpose is. We're just seeing if it works. That's all we're doing.
Sandy says at that temp, it's probably not recommended to do acrylic. Well, Sandy,
It was what?
She said it's probably not recommended to do acrylic with that temperature.
Ooh, but we could try.
Exactly.
I have some acrylic from a certain.
This is glass. This is glass, right? What you're doing is glass, not acrylic.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm gonna look just to see where we're at. Because again, I don't know if it's gonna work. See, it's starting to burn the paper.
I was gonna say I see little spots.
That's because I just got too close. Again, I don't know if it works. I know it works on a tumbler. I don't know if it's gonna work on the glass. But you guys, people are gonna ask me, Nikki, does it work on this? Does it work on that? But you know what? We won't know unless we try.
I'm wondering if it's going to work because of how hot the glass has to actually get.
Well, I'm on the back side of it, so I don't know. That's a great question. But you know, we could.
I have hope.
Now.
There is hope. I say we got this.
There is always hope.
I say you figure this out and we'll sit back and watch.
I'm just curious.
Yeah.
I mean, there's going to be a point where I'm going to give this up. I'm just not going to lie to you.
Well, yeah, at some point you can be like, okay, so we've really tried everything. And instead of burning down the house, let's just call this one a not happening. And
I mean, I'm starting to see it through.
That.
So this might be one of those things because, I mean, I am starting to see it through. But it is one of those things that it is glass. So it does take longer than a hot minute to heat the sucker up. So, this might be one of those things that this is not one of those items. You're going to have to suck it up with the cups and put it under the heat press.
I mean, she is a thick thing there.
She is.
Yeah,
I mean,
what is the time so far?
Yeah.
What are we at?
3:42, 3:44.
Oh, that's not bad.
That is so weird.
I don't know what the recommended time is to.
100 years. If you've never pressed one of these, it takes probably like 6, 7, maybe 8 minutes.
That's what I thought.
I mean, these are 100 years in the making.
It's a lot of time off our lives.
I'd much rather do tumblers this method. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're at to where I'm burning the paper and I don't want to do that. So let me just.
And we're almost at 4.5 minutes.
All right, let's see something. I'm gonna see. Yeah, see, it's not. Oh, it did start to sublimate on it. But how come it's not going?
That's a very confused face.
Well, yeah, because there's the image. Y'all can see it.
Oh. Wait,
so okay.
But why is it not right on the other side?
Right?
So
it didn't penetrate. What it did is it didn't penetrate all the way through that coating because look.
Huh.
Y'all see
it.
Okay, right? I'm not losing my damn mind, right?
No, we see it on that side, but that other side, I don't think so.
We agree that this is one of those items that needs I mean, I taped it down as best I could, but anyway, this is a really thick coating on this, and it could be because it's glass. Who the heck knows? But y'all see that, right? Like, I'm not dreaming. Okay.
Maybe it's I think it could be a pressure issue.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it definitely could. But again, these are the things that you guys are going to ask me, and I'm willing to take it for the team and have go, Nikki did it. Well, you're right. Nikki did it, and Nikki showed you that this is not a thing. Okay, so I was going to do the metal. I know that the tumblers work, so do we want to opt in for a acrylic?
Let's try
because acrylic needs light pressure.
And I'm telling you, I do super light pressure. So
yeah, it scares me that it would start to like bend in.
Okay. Well, you still probably have to put. Oh, we're gonna do it.
You have to smush.
And acrylic scares the heck out of me anyway.
And if this works, we might make Patty a believer.
Don't let it scare you.
You know what? I don't want to ruin my rounds. Hold on. I'm just gonna grab whatever acrylic I have. Right? Is that okay, y'all?
Yep.
Okay, good. Because I have some that doesn't already have the plastic on it and all that jazz. So I'm willing to. All right. So this was not the shape I was going to use, but we're going to just use this one because we totally just changed up the program because that's what we do around here.
Because we can.
Okay. Okay. So the question became whether or not we could do the acrylic because acrylic scares the crap out of everybody. And then you would think I would have guided to that one. Check that action out right there.
Oh, snap.
Okay. So we don't want it. Oh, see, and then it wouldn't have the tape marks either.
Oh, that's true.
Okay. So what do we put it on? Low, medium. What are we putting it on here? So we got to put on high temp for the, okay. Thinking about this here. You know what? I'm going to tape it down a little bit more. Maybe because I just feel like it needs to be taped down a little bit more.
Cindy, we have not done the tumbler yet. We are trying a few things.
We're gonna go with the things. And actually, I opted not to do Cindy. I was gonna do Cindy's Tumblr live, but I love her enough that I don't want to mess this up. And she ordered it for me. So okay, so here we go. This is the acrylic. This is the thing that everybody fears to do. I don't know if I should put it on the. This is the low heat. I'm not sure. We'll see.
Maybe medium.
Do you have 2 pieces of acrylic?
This
do one
is
on low and then do another one on high to see which one comes out better.
Well, this is on low. We only have low and high.
I don't think low is going to do much because it's such a low temperature.
750 degrees.
150. What's the temperature for acrylic normally?
400.
Yeah, that's not going to do nothing. You're going to be there for probably about 5 years.
You think I should bring it up higher?
I said go for the glory.
Go for the glory, she says.
Cool.
What do you guys think?
What do I have to lose?
Full send.
There we go. Seeing that there we go.
So this has absolutely no pressure. None. I'm starting to see the image.
Ho, 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 ho. I see an edge.
How long should I do it for?
I don't know what the recommended thingy-mabobber is.
I mean, you can actually see the shape.
I see the shape, which tells you it's getting color. I say do it for 2 minutes.
I don't think you're gonna need it for 2 minutes. Only 40
I'm like, who's
seconds.
timing this? Because
We're at a
stopped and
minute.
I'm too
We're at
busy
a
paying
minute
attention to
15.
this.
Okay, ready? Hold on.
I was gonna say,
I'm
feel
too busy paying
bad.
attention.
Oh!
Oh, I'm like, what the hell just shut off? Sorry, it was my light. I got my side light on so y'all could see better. Oh, come on!
Do it until it catches on fire. Friends, we are safety first. Safety first. No fires tonight.
No, because we don't have a fire extinguisher handy.
Yes, I do.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case,
I mean,
I'm an ex-firefighter. What do you want?
I don't think it would smell good though. Just saying.
Okay.
no, I think it would stink.
We're just gonna go with it now. In theory, you're. Oh wow. Yeah. Okay.
Remember, protect them fingerprints, people.
You still have to use
The blocky block.
the blocky block is over here. Okay, it's done. Okay, so we're gonna just let that go. Let it go. Let it go. Next up, pen. So some people can do these pens without shrink wrap. Just throw them in their oven. Some people have issues with them. Whatever it may be, I don't care what your issues are. We're just doing it because it was just a substrate that was laying around that it can be difficult to deal with. So that's the only reason why I'm doing the odd ones. And I do believe Bo was going to be watching us from Condi because he is so interested to watch how I am doing this. And if he likes it, I might be doing it at the virtual open house for Condi. Who knows?
Ooh.
Wouldn't that be funny?
I like it though when we get to like see these things and just try it out because I mean, obviously we know that it doesn't always work for everybody, and some people don't want to try it out. Some people will stick with their own.
Right, and some people are gonna give me the their poo-poo faces because Nikki's trying something different. So there is always that. That's always an issue. But here, at the end of the day, if I don't try it, how are you going to ever be able to say you don't know?
Yeah.
Well, and I
If
think
you
we
don't
live
try
in
it, how do you know if it works or not for you? It might work for you, but not somebody else. And it might work for somebody else and not for you. But if you don't try it, then you can't be like, look, I tried that and I wouldn't recommend it, but go for it and see if you can get
And that's how I teach. That is exactly how I teach. I will try it out. I may absolutely hate the process. Cue the cutting boards. Hate the process, hate that, what it is, and whatnot. I may hate the process, and I can hate the process, and it's okay that I hate the process because I'm going to do what's best for me. But at the end of the day, I want you to do what's best for you.
And here's the thing: is sometimes, like with the tumblers, like yes, we have tumbler presses, but like you said, it doesn't always get that inner part, or it doesn't get close enough to the handle.
Or the top and the bottom aren't, everybody's like, oh, it's not good. So when you peeled away that top and you all of a sudden saw you had a white mark, tape it quickly back on and try to hit it with the heat gun, and you might be able to save it before you. Or you might be able to go down that seam before you pull it off, right? You may be able to go down that seam and save, make sure that the seam did get enough heat onto it. Because again, if you're using it in a mug press, you're turning it. But if you're using it in your convection oven, you've got shrink wrap on it, you've got a ton of tape on it. I'm not saying these are the end all be all at the end of the day. Okay. So, pen. Because, fingers. Kind of important. Sorry.
Well, and I don't know about y'all, but like it's hot where I live too. So sometimes I don't want to heat up my heat press, or I don't want to turn the convection on or anything. So if I can like keep it to just a heat gun real quick.
I literally just put it on the end. Hold on, that was dumb. Hold up. We're just gonna clip that part off because Nikki decided, oh, let's just get it right up inside the thing and try to. I'm an ass. It's all right. We get it.
It's little, Nikki. We don't have to heat it from the inside out.
I know. That's what I was trying to do. I was trying to, but
I look and I'm like, oh, okay. But see, if you can do this is a good thing because then that means
and what I'm also thinking is, there we go.
Oh, roly poly as you go-y.
Okay.
See, this is why I stay muted because my words make no sense.
Actually, I like that idea of putting it on the straw so it can roll. That's actually really cool.
Well, that's a metal rod because you're not going to want something that's going to melt. This is
I just figured it was a metal tumbler straw.
Yep. And if you notice, I'm always moving it because, again, if you hold it in one spot, you're going to catch the thing on fire. Ask me how I know.
Hence why she has the fire extinguisher.
Again, some people are going to do this in the convection oven, and I applaud them. I won't.
Are we seeing any color?
It's starting to get color. The only reason I know we're getting colors, I can see it through the tape.
Can see all the colors of the wind.
The tape is a really good help and an indicator because this tape is all the way around it. So it's letting me know. Again, we're just trying the difficult, hard substrates. There's obviously convection oven heat press. I can't keep stressing that enough. But there will be a reason why I actually love the heat gun idea on something that's just, it's simple. So, and it's for those who don't have the convection oven, but have a mug press. So that's the one we're sticking with. That's the one I will use this method on.
But this is fun. I like experimenting.
You know what? Every now and then I love taking a live and not have it be necessarily for about any particular product, right? And I like to be able to see that I'm
okay.
awesome.
We're at 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Okay. Well, I'm done. So there's that.
Well, that's what I meant. In case you were interested.
Oh, thank you, dear. I appreciate that. Just so you know, just so you know. Just so you know. Just so you know.
Oh, snapples.
You see it?
Okay, so it looks like I'm ordering pens because I've got the heat gun and I could do
that.
The
other thing is so here would be my suggestion is you might want to cut it so obviously it's the right length. And two, you're going to want to just tape it down the seam so you could just slide it out. Obviously you can't tape it. Make sure you get up here because I didn't, but otherwise, damn girl. That gets a damn girl. Okay.
She's pretty.
Yeah, and those colors are still bright, like super bright.
Yeah.
Shit popping. Okay, sorry. It's Friday night. I don't care. Okay, so far, one thing did not. We determined one thing did not work.
Let's see.
One no, two yeses.
This is heating up my poor mat here.
I'm like, is there any way to move that mat and put something else under it?
Yeah, it's all right. It'll calm back down.
YOLO.
We'll just have to scissor the mat. It's okay.
Answer the acrylic question. It does need, I think if I was hesitant on doing this, but I will say paper did not stick. So I probably could have just added a little bit more heat to it, maybe a little bit longer, because you could see where it did start to come out here pretty decent. But I love the fact that it didn't stick and it's still shiny.
I was about to ask you. Shiny
This
fact
may
was.
be one of those you need to experiment and figure out how long it takes for you. You want to make sure you tape it down really, really well, because again, it is a pressure thing. But if you really think about it, so let's talk about the acrylic. You just saw me do it with a heat gun and it got this far. So you basically you want it barely touching your acrylic. I feel as it needs to just be barely touching the top of this, your heat press, when you do put it over there. And I think that's the recipe. Like it's kiss me pressure. So that would be my suggestion for this, but it does take the color. So there is that. All right. Next up. Ooh, what are we on? The tumbler of all tumblers. Okay. Patty's down for this one. This is definitely the Patty one, because this happens to be, she asked me about this one. She said this one frustrates her. And so we're gonna try it, because let's be complicated. All right. So
Is that the mug?
Yep.
Yeah, what frustrates me is the seam is the seam up from the bottom.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna try to help. Well, we're gonna tackle it. I don't know if it's gonna help you. I mean, we can go that route.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's gonna be a good thing, a bad thing, indifferent. But hey, where is my thingamajiggy? Like, what is the thing called?
X-Acto knife.
That's the thing. Oh,
It ran away and changed its name.
Like that, the thingy.
I'm gonna actually have to get off here and go to graduation.
All right, you go. Thank you for coming, love.
Don't do nothing fun. Okay, actually do all the fun. But send me lots of pictures.
Sorry, you're the one that decided to go do somebody's graduation. It's not our fault.
I gotta go to graduations.
All right, you go. Bye.
Bye, guys.
She's adorable. She loves the fact that we're considering moving the Sass to more of a Monday night Sass, and maybe moving away from Sundays. And the only reason I say that is because, people maybe want to change. This is my 5th year teaching lives here on, well, basically over on the Book of Face. And so it has been up for discussion that maybe it was time for a change. So, all right. Ooh, that was not trimmed. Oh, that's the bottom. It doesn't matter. Okay. So here's some things to know about, and I've learned, okay, is how to do this. So what I'm doing right now is I'm gauging where I need to put the slits for this, okay? Because they need to be even. Let's start there. Okay. So now I at least know where I need to make the slits. And so I'm going to go like this. Give some nice healthy slits. The reason I'm going healthy slits is because I got to be able to tape it in underneath. Okay. So here's this side. And
give it a little pressy.
Yep.
Pressy. I'm not coordinated when it comes to that.
All right. And then we have this into here. Okay. So first things first, I want to tape this center section down. Just so I can let go of it. Okay. Now I'm going to pull this and tape it. Now, when Jody and I did this, my first one, we put the heat on the inside of this just to kind of warm up the metal. I found on the second one, I didn't have to. So This is going to run about 4 minutes and change. So I hope you're here for the long haul. I don't know how many people are watching us today.
It says about 32.
There are 32 people watching me screw this shit up. Great!
Nah. And this is the stainless steel mug from.
You could get them at Condi. This is a Condi mug. This
Oh, it is
particular. Yep, this is a Condi mug.
It's the double walled 10-ounce mug, I think.
Yes.
Because it looks like that. Because I know that's the one I use, and it looks just like that.
Okay.
Yeah, the clear top, right?
So one of the things Patty says she struggles with is this. There's a seam here. Now, what you can do is I find out where that seam is, right? And I push it down.
You know what would be great for pushing it is that 3D Puff Pro tool.
I'm afraid that, yes, it would, but I'm also afraid that it would actually score the paper.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Wrap her up good.
Okay. Whoops. Ooh, that might be a wrinkle there because I screwed that up. That's a me problem. Oh, take that off. We'll try it again. I like Marvin's tape because it wraps really nice and it stretches. Like there's some give to it. There we go. Unlike a lot of the tapes that you can get on the market, I like this one. Not that you can't get it in other places, you can. I just like getting it from Marvin. Because, you know, BFF and all. Do you see how I just squeezed this around I squeezed it around the edge?
Give it a little hug.
Yep. It's a hug. And the reason I'm doing that is because I kind of wanted to see if I could put the design more so on the bottom. Again, remember, I only did this tumbler. Okay, I did 2 actually. Oh wait, I did 4. Okay, I did all of these besides my pink one. I did that actually in my mug press, but all of these were done by a heat gun. Okay, so just putting that out there for giggles. Some people also don't want to do the investment right now because they're not really sure, and money's tight. Money's tight, y'all. So, all right, we're gonna leave the top alone. Put on the glove. This one I actually know what I'm kind of doing. So, have wheel travel. So what I discovered with these is I start at the handle, work my way down very slowly, about 2 inches, rotate it around, work my way around, and then go back through it again. All right. I did, like I said, I had heat up the tumbler one, but I let this get nice and hot first. My gun. So I did do that. We're going to put this here so I have something to, and she's hot. If I get quiet, I can't concentrating, so.
She's trying to not burn her fingers off.
So that was roughly 20 seconds to let the heat gun heat up.
Yep.
In case anybody's wondering.
Yeah, you just wanted to get it to, like, try to get up to its highest temperature. So when you're hitting this, and it's just one of those things, you will start to see the image just literally come through this paper. Again, if you are the shrink wrap method queen, by all means, you do you, boo-boo. That's a phrase that used to tick people off, and now I use it all the time just to tick people off. You do you, boo-boo. Don't care.
Do it to it.
Now you will start to see this steam, right? And I was like concerned that it was steaming, but if you actually look at when you're pressing your items, they steam. So don't get all worried about whether or not it's steaming. Now I'm going to work on this seam right here. As you can see, I did not tape that down good enough. We're going to hit it with some more tape because I did not tape it down good enough. Right there. That was a me thing. And you will, this is not for everybody, but this is like if you put this in your mug press, you've pressed it either side, but you really want under here and you can't get it, this would be a great time to get that heat gun out and get it so you can get around this.
And this heat gun doesn't have a digital gauge, right? It's just the 3 different
Correct.
levels.
I'm really giving some love around this handle because this mug is heating up as I'm doing this. I'm starting to see the image through here. Now this is where I'm going to go just a little bit slower. Really get in there. Start to see the image. I got too close there. That's what you got to be careful. And that's something you should, you don't want to get too close and you want to keep it moving because if you don't keep it moving, then it will burn your paper and you don't want to do that either. I mean, you can burn your paper even in your mug press. You can burn your paper in your oven. You can make paper.
I burned it in the oven.
Yeah. So it's not because I'm doing this, it's because it's paper, right? I'm really going to pay attention to this top edge. I'm going to hit it with some heat on the inside. Now, you could, like I'm hitting it with some heat in here because I'm going to hit it from the other side. Really make this tumbler nice and hot. Where are we at time?
We are at 4 minutes and 15 seconds.
Okay. I paid a lot of attention around that handle. It's easier when you're doing the ones that don't have the handles attached. This tumbler is hot.
It's getting hot in here.
It is very toasty.
We're coming up on 5 minutes.
That's cool. I could see it. I know if you guys can. It might be hard for you guys to see it. My concern will be down here at the bottom. I haven't done it to where it's been on the bottom yet. Again, I've only done the tumbler where it's straight across the edge. So I have no idea what we're getting ourselves into.
People are saying that you could also do the design on the handle.
Yep. Oh, I have. I have done it on the handle. Actually, I can show you that. Not my first rodeo, people. Not my first rodeo. I did my first handle about 4 years ago.
Nikki, next time stick that in your bigger camera space, please.
What?
Whatever you show. Because your banner covers you the little picture up.
Oh, I forgot to move the banner up. Sorry.
And we are at 6 minutes and 10 seconds.
There you go. See, I had done it on the handle on this particular one. All right. So I have no idea. At the end of the day, I have no idea. Let me just do one thing real quick. Hold, please, while that cools off for a hot millisecond for myself. Move myself up. Is that better?
Yeah, just because that little tag.
Yeah.
Covers you.
All right.
Have you done a ceramic mug?
Not yet. I thought about it though.
Yes. Let's see. Sandy asked about the ceramic mug.
So, what do we got going here? So far, so good. I mean, there's a little bit. I'm afraid. Do I have to show my mistake? Seriously? Like, do I have to show it?
Oh, but I see prettiness.
Yeah, it looks okay to me.
Just around the handle. I probably could have given the handle a little bit more love in one spot, but that's probably because of how I taped it. I did not tape that one section down good enough. I'm afraid to show. I'm not showing the bottom.
Sandy says rip the Band-Aid off.
Wow. Mother Sandy is being very vicious tonight. I'm scared though, Mommy.
Let's see it.
I don't know. Hold on. Sometimes I want to see this.
And Lisa says just do it.
Okay, except for the bottom, because as you know, I went over the edge and I screwed it up. Not horrible. You could see where it didn't, because it bunched. So we'll have to do it on the tumbler. You could see where it bunched. Remember I said there was going to be an issue?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about the issues for a second. So you're always going to get a little bit of white on that ridge, but how to combat it, and I can tell you even when doing it in your mug press, is putting a piece of tape nice and tight on that ridge. I'll try to get closer, but this sucker's hot. I just want you to know. Okay. Trying to get inside that ridge. You definitely want to put tape over it and kind of push it down and push your thumbnail into it after you put the tape on. You want to put the tape on first. Does that make sense?
Oh, and then put, yeah.
So, right. So you put your tape on, and then I'm going to show you just for giggles. Say this was a piece of paper on here ready. You want to run your fingernail right into that ridge. So you're pushing it down into your ridge when you're using your mug press or anything of that nature. Now, let's talk about this for a hot second. This would have went better, and I probably could print off another one because I have another one to screw up. So this, if I had brought my image so that it didn't curve, I wouldn't have had all this buckling. And that's what happened here is I ended up with all this buckling because I was trying to determine to get it on the bottom. Well, let's not do the bottom. Okay. So note to self, would have been great if I just brought my image down just before that ridge. I would have been fine. This, I ran my thumb here and here, but I didn't go all the way around. I should have ran that around. Those were me problems. You also want to make sure that you just tape it tight. That's all. I didn't care. I just taped it. I probably could have paid a little bit more attention. Now, overall thought on this. Okay, everybody's like, oh, Nikki, it's taking forever. You know what? Yes, at the end of the day, it does take forever. Okay, but you know what? Sometimes you're also pressing or putting it in the convection oven for 6 minutes. What's the difference? Okay, look at that color.
It looks really pretty.
With the exception, if I had really taken some care, and I can do another one, if I had taken some care to doing this, this would have came out flawless. Okay, and I can see because I know what I did wrong. Okay, so that's just me kind of rushing through the process. All right, let's pull this up. Are we going to do the tumbler, or am I going to try to tack? I hate this skitty. I hate this swallow ball. I ain't going to lie.
What?
They're called this.
Oh, those things.
So I'm gonna pay attention to this one a little bit. I'm gonna try to do this one before I do and we'll wrap the tumbler one at the same time. So the swell bottles. I meant swell bottles. These are a difficult beast. A lot of people just put a design here. So my thought was I want to at least move my design down to the top of here. And I want to see if I cut the slits in it, can I at least get it up to this neck part? I have no idea. I don't know how this is going to come out, except probably look really crappy. But I'm willing to take it for the team.
Well, and we're learning. We're trying new things. We're learning. This is not about perfection.
No, God, no. It's never going to be about perfection because at the end of the day, this was not a method that, is normal sublimation. So this is not something that most people use. Use your your heat gun to do your shrink wrap with. You don't use your heat gun to actually sublimate the damn thing, right? But at the end of the day, you are adding heat. So some people have problems with processes, right? And then what are those processes? What is it you can do and what can't you do? And can you do under the handle after you've pressed it in your mug press? Yes, you can. If you had started to pull off your design and realize that, oh, there's a white spot, but you could hurry up and tape it, you might be able to save a design too. It could be great for those, like I said, those little round designs that we talked about, right? If you want to just do one on spot, you can. Everybody's to each their own. But this was something that had come across and it was asked about, and I was like, well, let's do it. I mean, what do I have to lose except for a substrate or two? Okay.
So question, have you ever done these type of mugs in the mug press? The bottom probably would have come out. Actually, Beth, I do those mugs in my mug press all the time. And I just adapt and don't do a bottom design. So honestly, I think that would really be helpful. And I'm going to try doing it with the extra tape around the seam and then
with the extra
tape
and
down
see
in.
if that works. I mean, I could print off the design and put it in my mug press. I mean, I've got the mug press; it's right here. But I'm going to pay a little bit. That's a great question, though. All right, so I am not going to come. You know how because it has these little thingies. I'm not going to.
Yeah.
We're going to pay a little bit of attention to this.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. Because this is the one that's going to give me the biggest problem.
And Lisa, I think you're right. If you did it first, if you did, and I'm thinking you meant if you did the tumbler first in the mug press and then the tight areas with the gun, would that make it better? I'm going to guess, yeah.
Yeah, we'll do it. Just give me a second. I am down for trying if you're down for watching.
That's what we're here for.
Yep.
This is Friday. This is Friday night.
Friday night.
Because it
oh,
could
Beth,
be
I love those. I love those mugs. Those are, and they're like my best sellers.
What?
Those 10-ounce double-walled metal mugs. People love them.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. I will definitely pull out the mug press, and we'll see how the heat gun in conjunction too. We'll definitely do it, and I'll pay a lot more attention to it at that point. I know you're thinking of putting on a lot of tape. You're right. Okay, you're right. Okay, a lot of people do the swell bottles, and the swell bottles they use, they will do. Just trying to get off the excess crap off the top here. They will do just a spot design. It's very rare that you will see anybody who's figured out and or mastered the full bleed swell bottle. I am not looking to master this, so don't think that I am here to be the hero of the day. That ain't the case. Ever. So not the hero. Okay. I have no freaking idea how to do this.
Sedona says, love it. I have a heat gun in my embroidery area. Now I have something to play with.
Listen, you never know. You just never know what you can do with it. And sometimes it's the not knowing that you just got to go, well, if Nikki did it this way, maybe I could do ... right?
This is true.
You never know. Okay. Did I mention I have no idea what the hell I'm doing? Not a clue. At the end of the day, I have no clue what I'm doing. Okay. So, because I have no idea what I'm doing, we're just winging it. My thought process, as you can see, was to kind of, all right. This is ridiculous. Just watch it.
I can tell you're so thrilled about that top.
I am not thrilled, but you know what? I get more times I get asked, Nikki, how do we do a full bleed on that? I'm like, you don't.
Some are just not meant to be.
I'm like, do you want the short end of that answer? Because I could give it to you. That is for sure. The short end of that answer is, well, you don't.
It's almost like trying to handle vinyl on a curved surface.
Listen, it's like trying to baptize a cat. That's where we're at.
That's a great analogy.
I have no idea what I'm doing, but we're going to do it anyway because this swell bottle has been literally sitting on my shelf for, I don't know, a couple years now. Again, I know that right now this is going to be a problem. But I'm just out to prove to you why this is not, this right here is me just proving why we don't do full bleed on these damn bottles. This is what this is proving. That's all this is. This is nothing more than to prove that this is why you don't do it. You want a lesson in what not to do? I am here for you today. Okay. So, with this said, we are going to pay attention to the bottom part of this. This is going to be a hot mess at the end of the day. So, as long as we know that I am going to royally screw this up, and you're here for it, then I'm here for it. Give me 2 seconds. I'm going to print off that other design because you guys want to see it on a mug, and I've got a spare one of those mugs. So let me print that off real quick. Give me 1 hot millisecond to print off the one that you guys need because that's going to be the design of choice. Perfect. That's the print I need. Print. And then we can tackle that mug in the mug press with the gun. What are you laughing at?
Lisa's comment, after tonight, you're going to need so much more tape because that's so much tape.
Right? This is more tape than this girl wants to use. But let's do it.
It is a lot of it is a lot of tape.
So again, I'm just going to heat up this for the sake of heating this up. And we're going to see how much this is going to be horrible. I can't wait for it. I'm so ready for this. I'm ready for the horrible. Okay. I'm ready for the horrible.
Oh my
So this is going to take us about 4 to 5 minutes.
I actually do have the timer on.
Now, I did not tape the bottom on this one. I do on my tumblers. I was taping the bottom of them. One, because it stops it from, like, I want to see if it bleeds out is kind of the thought. If I'm going to royally screw up a tumbler, why not, right? I'm already starting to see the image. Huh?
I said we're just going all in.
Yup. You have to sometimes. And that's one of the things. I mean, there's a lot of trial and error in sublimation. You're never going to get this 100% correct all the time. Like, you could have your method down. Okay? Let's just call a spade a spade. You could have your method down 100% and you could say, oh, it works perfectly every time. Right. Tell me about the 6 times that you were in between those billions times that it didn't work. Or because you were so tired, or you weren't paying attention, there was something great on the television, your kids walked in, you got sidetracked by a client, whatever it may be, right? So you're never 100% perfect all the time.
Amen.
Yep.
And if you expect perfection from this girl, find you another YouTube channel. Because I am not going to be it today. Because, oh my God, this is all about all the errors. Everything not to do is right here.
Oh, stop.
So starting to see that image really popping through. Coming down here on this edge, because this is where that crazy edge is that we all love.
Those things are such a pain.
Yeah.
That's just it. I mean, hit this seam.
Hit it real good. Shake it like a Polaroid picture.
Oh my gosh. You can see the image. I don't know if you guys can see it on camera.
Not really, but I see some, like, it looks like some color. I don't know if it's just from the paper changing or what, but
I hate the tops of these bottles with every bit of who I am. Speaking of Beth, all I can hear right now is Beth going, really, I will say this, she hates hot things. And I can hear her going, I am not doing that. I hate things that are hot. I can hear that in my head right now as I'm doing this.
I just feel like I would burn the ever living crap out of my fingers.
Because you're not really touching it, right? I mean, I am right here. This is definitely where are we at time wise?
We are at 4 minutes and 15 seconds.
Okay. Think I should stop?
Does the paper kind of look burned?
No, that's because I get too damn close to it.
I was going to say, it looks brown to me a little bit.
We think we're done? Okay.
I think we're done.
Okay.
Which would be 4 minutes and 35 seconds.
Okay. I laugh at that every time. Anytime I think of something hot, that is. I love that it's not revealing itself just yet. It's letting me peel off all this tape.
It's like you're going to have to take every single one of those off.
So we have a newbie apparently in the house who wants to know what shrink wrap is that we were referring to.
Oh, so the shrink wrap you can get from Driven by Graphics. Here is my shameless plug of the day. You could go over to Driven by Graphics. So it's DBG. The girls will put the link at the thing. Either Cheyenne or actually Cheyenne's got to do it because Patty's in the back house.
I got it.
Thank you. We'll put it in the comments section. And there's shrink wrap. What it does is it wraps, once you put your tape and your paper on, right? You take a heat gun, you put the sleeve of shrink wrap and it literally hugs it really, really tight, right? And then you can put it in your convection oven. That's traditionally where you use your shrink wrap. Some people will put it in their mug press. There's no need for it. But if you're going to use a convection oven, that's the reason why you want to use shrink wrap. It hugs up and around it nice and tight and causes pressure because you can't get pressure in a convection oven. So it causes pressure on the item for you, just where like a mug press presses really tight on it. That's the reason why. I hope that helps. And this is why I teach. Oh, see, it wasn't a total loss. Remember, I said I hate it.
There's a lot of color.
I just want you to know I hate the top, but seam. It's not a seamless pattern. Seam is on point. Okay. This, not too shabby. I probably could have added more heat to it, but we didn't know really where to stop it. But at the end of the day, okay. So, can you do what I do? Do what I did and sat there. And yes, you can, as long as you lay it neatly. So you might not want to be haphazard with it, but you might not want a flamingo in the way. Okay, so your design, you might want to put something up there that doesn't look like it has a two-headed flamingo. Okay, so there's that. And then you could get up at least to this point up to here. So basically you're snipping all the way down to this point, and then you're folding it over and you're creating a fan effect and rolling it around and tightening it. And that is how you could do this process. But, there's that. Okay, last one before we do the mug press one. Or do you want me to just skip? You know what? Maybe I'll just skip to this. Do you want me to just skip to the mug press? Or do you want to see this tumbler one? You've watched me do these ones. You know it can be done. You've watched me do it. Yeah, you saw that I posted
the
one.
mug press.
Mug press? Mug press it is.
Yeah.
Okay, mug press it is. So we're going to be doing that tumbler, or that thing again. So let me pull out this guy. Move this over. So we'll put this away. Put this away. Because I need some room at the end here. Okay. Oh my gosh. I just gotta see if I can get away with using my
Over there.
huh?
Said gotta get Big Bertha out.
Right. She's heavy. She's thick with 2 C's. Okay. All right. So what I need to figure out is if I want to change it to my actual 15-ounce thing, or if I want to just leave it as is. So give me a hot second to figure this out, because I don't know the answer right now. So, nope.
I do those in my 15-ounce element, I'll tell you.
That's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so technically these are supposed to fit like a 16-ounce, and but they're more on the skinny side. These are chunky. So you need an element that's going to be chunky, like me. All right. You're wondering where I got my heat press from. This is actually my second heat press because I burned out my first one. Because I do so many mugs, and well, life happens. I get mine from Heat Press Nation. It is the only mug press that I will ever use. And the reason is I like the dual knobs, and they have dual knobs here so you can kind of tilt everything. Everybody has their own preference. Everybody knows what they like. This is what I like. So some people will also put their mugs in a convection oven, and that's where you're going to use that shrink wrap. This is going to be for the people who have the mug press or who don't want to do the convection oven with the shrink wrap. Okay, we're going to hit this design underneath the mug handle. I'm going to pay a lot of attention to this one. So again, if I get quiet, it's because I really want to wrap this nicely. I don't want to just do this haphazardly. Okay. This is to prove that, yes, we can do it. What will it look like? Now, can you press a regular in here? Yes. And then you wouldn't have to do underneath the handles. Of course you can, 100%. And Patty does it this way. What we're trying to do is show that you can do underneath the handle, so really do a full bleed. Another thing to focus on is that line on the bottom. So, and how you can kind of combat it. I'm not going to say I'm going to get this perfect right out of the gate, one, because I'm chit-chatting, and that's always a recipe for a disaster. And two, I'm live. So inevitably, everything goes wrong when I go live. So let's see. Back this up a little bit. Whoops, other way. Now, I will tell you a pro tip, and it doesn't come from me. It comes from one of my admins, actually. So, hold on one second. Okay. Jody is one of my admins. And what she does is she figures out where her pressure is for this particular style. Okay. She has a caliper that she uses. And what she does is she has in her handy dandy little thing. Oh, this one's dead anyway, so that's okay. What she does is she measures how far it is from here to here. Okay. She'll look at the number, she'll record the number so that she will change this and make sure this measurement is the same every time. So that it's this, and so that's what she does for hers. She just uses her caliper. I have 2 calipers. I got to change the battery because it's being goofy. So that is what she does for hers, and she also marks it. So she marks it on here with a black permanent marker. She'll mark that spot. And you can even do it with nail polish, I believe, too, if you let it dry. But I think it's just a marker she uses. So she knows where to line it up every single time. Now, Patty, what do you use for your settings for these?
Yes, I do 330, 350 for 45 seconds.
And then rotate it? You don't rotate it.
Actually, I turn it and do another 20 seconds and another 20 seconds if I want to get it really, really close to the handle.
Okay.
So it's like doing 45 seconds twice.
Yeah. See, I do mine the same as my tumblers. So that's why I wanted to.
Yeah, I do it the same. I do it the same as the tumbler, but I do 330 to 350.
Okay. I just wanted to see, and
I have the other version of the mug press that you can find at JDS or Sub 101, or somebody else has it too. It's blue.
Was it the J Trans?
Yeah, thank you. Yes.
Yeah, I would get it from JDS. I like JDS. Okay. All right. Plus, JDS has free shipping over $99. So I would, if you're going to get a mug press, or you're going to get any type of equipment, I would definitely get it from JDS because of the free shipping alone. Okay. So I'm going to leave this on the settings that I normally do my tumblers on.
What do you use?
I do 345 for 40. So we're going to see. Done. Okay. So again, I'm really going to pay attention to the taping on this and making sure. How are we doing in the comment section besides them laughing hysterically at me? Because I'm crazy.
We're doing good. Someone says not using the circuit mug press. They love their heat nation press. Beth says she has a Craft Express mug press and it's automatic.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Cricut one. It's a Cricut style one. That one is. It's just like the Cricut one.
I've never used an automatic press.
Yeah, I gave my Cricut one to Sarah.
I feel like it would scare me.
Oh, no, I gave it to Amanda. The problem is you can't do certain things in those styles. I'm not knocking them because they're perfect for the crafter, but I'm not knocking that style. But that style type of automatic press is where it's at. So, but there's that.
Sandy says no laughing. They're all soaking it in. No laughing.
Yep. Yeah, the Cricut style, any of those styles, whoever sells them, doesn't matter. At the end of the day, I don't promote anybody on that sense. Those styles are just great for mugs. They haven't come out with a tumbler one yet. Don't worry, give it time. Cricut will come out with it eventually.
I was gonna say someone will.
And in a sense, it all ends up being what mugs you want to do and what version you get comfortable with. Because I know there's another version of like the white press. I forget who makes it, which is what I actually started out with. It had multi elements. And I got really comfortable with that one too. So it's what you become comfortable with.
At the end of the day, it's what you want. I mean, look I use a freaking fancier studio one. my heat press is and people are like, I can't believe you're using a fancier studio one. Yeah, and I can't believe you're using the one you're using because you're out $700 if it dies. All right, I'm only out X number of dollars if mine dies. So you're really just going to pick what you want. And I'm not knocking it. I really am not. Yep. I agree with that. I was reading Beth's comment. I wish HPN would come out with. Yeah.
Oh, because they're bigger. Yeah.
They are. Except I did my 40 ounce one in my 20 ounce one.
You just turned it.
Yeah.
You just have to open it up.
I opened it up to the fullest part that it could open, and I slid that sucker right in there, and I put my stopwatch on, and just, that's it.
Okay.
That's how I did the big one. So, yeah, you absolutely can. At the end of the day. Listen, you got to make work when you got to make work. Now, Mel's, I did completely with the heat gun.
I didn't even think about that. I forgot those ones are 40 ounces.
Oh, yeah. They are big. Those suckers are chunky.
Right. But they're magnificent.
They are. You know, I waited what felt like a lifetime to get them in, but it is what it is.
Story of our lives.
Yep.
I've done a 30 ounce, but I've never done, I haven't gotten or tried.
Okay, so
I
now that I've got this
36.
taped, okay, I am going to leave this. I don't want this to be crinkly. So actually, now that I'm sitting here thinking about it. All right. That edge, I got to find out where that edge is. At the end of the day, I need to find out where this ridge is. Okay. I'm going to do this in portions because it just works easier. Now, I'm finding out where that seam is, and I'm literally going to push this right into that seam. You should be able to see that seam by pulling that tape, okay? And if you've got a nice pliable tape, this makes this portion a lot easier. Okay. And then I'm just going to run my nail into this seam. I will hit it with a heat gun. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to hit this with the heat gun. But, okay. So now that I've tried to push that in there, it's kind of like when you're doing your seam here, you got to really like pull this down.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, because we are doing under the handle, normally I would just cut it right here and I put one piece of tape, Lisa, trust me. So I would just put it here, one piece of tape, I'd be done and we'd be on with our life. Okay, when I do my mugs. But for this one, it was asked a couple of questions. So that's why there's a little bit extra on the tape. Okay, so I think I have this right where I want it. I'm going to bring it down like this. Oh, she's tight.
What was that? Is that the handle?
Uh-huh.
It just popped, came right off.
How?
That's a wow.
She's
I've never seen that. Wow, I've never seen that happen.
I have what?
I have questions, ma'am.
I have questions. I actually have questions.
That's still depressing. What? Wait, you gotta show us the handle again.
Like, it's a clean freaking break.
It's almost like the welds failed then. I'm sorry, I shouldn't laugh, but that's funny. It's
I
not
thought
funny,
it was
but
part
it's
of
funny.
your press at first. I was like, wait, what?
Oh, it's a Nikki Live special. Yeah, no shit. Oh, God. Oh. Okay.
Oh, my God.
I'm just going to pretend that they're, what the frig, that they're,
Was that a Condi mug? But maybe we should take this little snippet and send it to them.
I got no idea what the hell happened.
I've never seen that happen on one of those ever. And I've done
I just pulled a Sprite. I feel like I just pulled a Sprite.
Yeah.
Oh
God, I
my
miss that woman. All right.
We're all in shock and awe now.
I had never had that happen.
Never seen it.
Goodness
Okay.
gracious.
My facial expressions on this on the rewind are gonna be great. I can't wait to see this one. Oh God. Okay, we're gonna hit this seam where the handle's supposed to be. Oh look, I tilted.
Sandy says, I wonder if Bo is watching.
She's like, what the hell, Nikki? Oh my God, the facial expressions have got to be priceless on this.
And, oh my
Oh my
goodness.
gosh, I can't even believe.
I did-
I've never had that happen.
That is wild.
It's wild.
So I'm hitting underneath where the handle's supposed to be. Oh, this is great. This is and Evelyn. Thanks, Evelyn. Just make sure he tags and sees this.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh, this is a riot. I can't even right now.
Okay.
can't.
Can you kind of stick your hand with the heat gun under the big camera?
God, you're being a pain, woman. I'm trying to hold it so that I don't get my hands hot.
Okay. I was responding to the request in the comments.
Okay, fine. I'm just going right where the handle is.
And just hitting there.
And I just want to make sure this has got into the seam like I wanted to. Like I said, I was just going to hit it real quick with this. Oh my God, this is a freaking riot. I have no idea what I just did.
That is
I
so-
don't think you did anything, Nikki. I think it was.
I don't even know what to say.
I don't think any of us know what to say.
Right? It was a clean break. I mean, look at that. That sucker is smooth.
It was so weird.
That's great. On today's Nikki Live, how to break the handle off of a mug. I got you. This is a hold your beer moment. Brought to you in part by the Sassy Subber.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that was great. I love the comments. Oh, I can't wait to go hear about this later on. Did y'all see it? Nikki broke the handle. Hold on. I'm unwrapping this. Can you just let me just unwrap it for a second? Because I'm kind of like... I don't like how this bottom turned out. Then again, I was too busy trying to freaking get a hold of myself. Good gravy. So, not impressed with the bottom. I must not have had my seal tight on the top and the bottom. I will tell you that. So, here we go at the end of the day. That's some of the things you asked. Not impressed with this. Because this does have a slight taper in, as you can see, and this was taped down. So it wasn't like I'm fudging it here. By putting my fingernail in here, you definitely do hide this mark a lot more than if it were out. Again, I screwed this up because I broke the handle. So I backed off my pressure thinking, crap, did I have it too tight? But my seam is on point. I need to tell you, like right here, it is perfect. Damn it. I quit. What the hell? You would like to see me
Get Joe to weld it back on for you.
Oh my gosh. This is a disaster. Like one thing after the next, right? You guys are like, no, I'm not doing this. Nikki, you have yet to show me one that you have successfully done without issue. Well, that wasn't the point. The point of this live was not to do that. The point of this live was just to show you to do it. But since you asked, we are going to do one more. Because I'm determined to show you that this process does actually work. at the end of the day, it does work. All right. I still can't believe I broke the dang handle off of this. I quit.
That is crazy. I've never seen that.
No.
All right. I have no words. I am absolutely speechless at this point. All right. No mug press. No fooling around. End of the day, I do know what I'm doing without breaking shit. So, is this method for everybody? No. Can you use it successfully? Yes. So, before you go in the comment section, tell me, no, Nikki, you can't. Yes, you can. Just, you're not breaking handles like I am.
Evelyn says, I love that you take the hit for your team, just like I said earlier today on Condi TV.
Like a what?
She loves that you take the hit for the team.
I take a lot of hits for the team. I absolutely do.
To her.
Yep. I do what you guys are too scared to do, or you've seen it and you're like, I'm not sure if it works. And I'm like, well, I guess we won't know unless we try, right?
Yeah. Also, I love that design.
This is in the in the 44 free designs, by the way.
Holla holla.
She gorgeous. Okay. I was gonna do a screwed up one. I was going to. I had every intention of doing a screwed up one. Just because I didn't want to waste a tumbler. I think it's also apropos just to do it. So I need to do this the way I normally do it.
I have seen that where you put the whole strip down. I have yet to try it though.
You're like, you want to know why, right? So you don't want to put your tape over the edge, which I did up there. Hold on. Okay. You don't want to put your, so I come up here and I want this edge to be right up. So I'll tape that right there and I'll pull this and tape this here. Wrap it around. Okay. Oh, no, I pulled it tight. And then pull this tight again. There's a gap there and I don't like it. So what I'll do is I'll pick this tape up because there's a slight gap and I want to I'll hold it sometimes with the tape just so that it,
Yeah.
And putting it down. I push this in. There's actually a grippy thingy you can use.
I have them.
Yeah. Look at it on Team. Did you know that?
No. Yeah. But I have the other ones.
For all of us that shop on there.
Well, okay. I didn't know about TV when I bought it.
No.
Okay.
But do you like it?
I do. It actually really helps me because I always get that stupid gap. And I swear, like, I don't know what it is, but I would always get that gap. And so this has definitely helped. And I know, too, a lot of people say that they help.
With arthritis. I mean, this is a lot.
If you have trouble with grip strength, these are great because it definitely holds it for you instead of you trying to battle it and hurting your hands.
I normally just put a piece of tape down the center when I'm putting it in my tumbler press. Just so you know, because I'm bored. There's no other really rhyme or reason. You don't have to use 80.
Trying to kill a roll of tape tonight.
Shut up. Okay? You don't have to use. You can just go just like this once you do your couple of pieces of tape and whatnot. But I'm sitting here chatting, so I'm not even really like paying attention to what I'm doing. All right. Now I will say, no matter what method I use, I do tape my top.
Oh,
You said that you saw these on Temu, yes?
Yes.
Okay, so Evelyn, I guess you can find them on Temu. This was one off Etsy.
Yep.
The look.
The Temu ones are like $3 a piece.
Yeah, so go with the Temu ones because I know I did not pay $3 a piece.
No, you paid like $15 a piece.
Like I said, Temu wasn't a thing when I bought it.
So, like I said, I really do tape always, no matter if it's in my tumbler press or wherever it is, I do tape the top and the bottom. It's just something I got in the habit of doing, and it didn't matter, and that's just how I do it. Okay. We're going for the gold here. I'm going for perfection. I'm not going to lie to you because you know what? I've screwed up everything else, so why not?
If you guys search Tumblr Pincher on Temu, they show up because I just searched Tumblr Pincher on Temu. Evelyn says saw them and bought them.
I guess I'm
Okay.
gonna shop on
Here we go.
Temu.
I'm telling you, Temu got some good things. All the Temu things. And they do make different sizes for the different cups too.
Oh, that's
Yes, they do.
interesting.
Mm-hmm. So I think I want to say there's like the 40, the 30, and the 20. They may have other ones too. Like I said, I bought these a couple months back. But they are handy. And I'm not very like coordinated, so I feel like it helps because it gives me basically that helping hand. From this angle, you'd never know that there was 50 bazillion pieces of tape on the other side.
Nope.
Are you judging my taping?
No, I love it. It's just so funny because like this side is just so, just the tape along the top and the bottom.
It's because it's the seam, man. It's the seam.
Dude, those seams are a pain. If I had one complaint about tumblers, it would be the damn seams and the like top and bottom.
There's some people who don't have a tumbler press, and this is a quick alternative if you want to try them. Yes, it does work. Yes, it does work. This is the one that I was using. It was crappy mug. I don't want to burn the paper. Hold on. This one was not a crappy mug. So again, if you don't like heat, this is not the job for you. Actually, if you don't like heat, I don't know why you're in sublimation. Let's start there. All the shit's hot. And I would not think, you know what, I'm thinking about this. Somebody asked me about whether or not you could do it on fabric. I don't think I would. Honestly, I think I would not do that on wood. I think I would on fabric. I think I would do it only on hard substrates, not soft substrates.
I guess I'm wondering if you were gonna try it on, and it would have to be polyester, what you would attach it to lay it flat. I guess maybe a mouse pad or something.
But if you've got a heat press, why would you want to?
Well, yeah.
This is one of those things, like a tumbler is one of those things you need another toy. You can't put this in a heat press. You can put it in a convection oven, but you got to buy the convection oven. You got to buy the heat press or the mug press, right? So, and some people just don't have the means and they're just wanting to figure it out. They're a crafter and they haven't quite decided this is a thing for them yet.
Yep. I'm really curious about the ends because I know the one thing I started to do, Lisa taught me to do, is after she does her, her full tumbler, she shoots an extra little bit of time at the top end and the bottom end. Puts it in
puts it
part
in
way.
like this and then puts it in like this.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I started doing that.
And also,
and
so on
honestly, it helped.
mine, you could change where the screws go. I put it on the further ends because it tightens it in further than the two centers.
Oh.
Well,
Make sure I got the seam.
Oh, Shaletta, that's a cool suggestion.
What?
If you use a metal countertop paper towel holder, you could slide the tumbler down on it while you're using the heat gun.
Yep.
oh.
Sorry, my dogs just came through like it was the Indy 500 through the back door. And now you hear them. It's their playtime, so hashtag puppies.
The initial piece of tape she put on that one was, I think, just to
Acts as a barrier.
get it centered or straight.
Nope, it acts actually as a barrier so that the top layer where you put your paper over, when you put the tape down first, when you fold over the paper, that tape acts like a barrier so that whatever's here doesn't bleed through and you end up with a double.
Oh.
It's supposed to help the steam so it's not, flowing.
Right. So because you can end up with if it's overlapped. See, some people put a lot of an overlap. Some people have barely any overlap. I'm just making sure I got all my. I told you I was going to go quiet on this because I really want to make sure. And this is a light design, so this is not helping. But I could see it all the way through the paper, so I'm just making sure.
I'm excited.
I'm at 5 minutes and 48 seconds.
Yeah, that's because I'm taking my sweet ass time. Okay.
Yeah.
Dang. So that's what it does, is because some people put a heavy overlap, and what that does is it stops it from bleeding through through the paper, because that is an absolute real thing.
And the other suggestion was use a rolling pin so you have a handle to hold.
That's probably the best suggestion I've ever heard. I don't know who said that.
That's Lisa.
Mm-hmm.
Go, Lisa.
You might have to try that one too.
We're learning all kinds of things tonight.
Yeah.
Sometimes my lives. Sorry. Oh, I got a seam issue. Do I have a seam issue? I do have a seam issue, but that's okay.
Yeah, sometimes I learn the most interesting things during the lives.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
I do have a seam issue because I didn't add enough time to my seam.
Really?
Yeah.
But that design is just to die for.
Looks like frosting. Like, does it not look like frost?
It looks like a wedding cake, and now I'm hungry. So thanks.
So you're welcome. See, I did hear, but I got talking and I missed this section in the middle. But let's talk about the top and the bottom. Because I tape it down on the top and the bottom, I don't have any more issues. And you guys have seen me do 40 tumblers. I've come a long way since 40 tumblers, baby. So, can you do this? Yes, you can. 100%. I'm going to switch my camera over. Can you do this with a heat gun? You can. Just make sure you rub down your seam. Make sure that you pay attention to your seam. Make sure you give some love to the top and the bottom edge. 100%. Yes, you can. It's going to take you about 4 to 5 minutes to do it. It's the same as if you put it in a convection oven. If you have a mug press, get the tumbler attachment. At the end of the day, just get the damn tumbler attachment for $99 or whatever it costs you for your mug press, because honestly, that is the easiest method. Out of all the methods in the world, the tumbler press with the tumbler attachment is the easiest method. But not all of us can afford a mug press. I get that. And if you get one off of the Amazon, go for it. Right? What's the worst thing that's going to happen? You're going to be out $200 instead of $700. Yeah, that's the way I look at things in life. But if you want to do the convection oven, by all means, you could do the convection oven. You're just going to have to do this. You really have to tape it down because it's not moving and the heat is in a box, right? Could you do it the way we were doing it? Yeah, you can. But you might have issues. That's why they put shrink wrap on it. The shrink wrap is supposed to happen. Some people use painter's tape instead of shrink wrap, and they put that all around it as well. Find out what method works for you. At the end of the day, find out what method works for you. See if it's what you like. I, again, will tell you.
Hey, Nikki, you got frozen.
Of course I did. Why did I get frozen?
I don't know.
All right, I'll switch cameras. Hold on. Let's see if it'll let me switch cameras. Did it let me?
No, it's just like no.
All right, hold on. Hold up. Wait a minute. Thanks for telling me. We had some storms rolling through our area, so, you know, life. Let me get to, where's my whole computer froze.
Oh no.
Ouch.
Yep, the whole computer froze.
I mean, we can
Well,
still
then.
Well, yeah, but you can't see me. That's not fun. Like, I can't even click out of anything.
Yeah,
That's so funny. But we've got, like I said, we got storms rolling in. So, I don't know what in the world happened. I can't even, there we go. No. Give me a second. Well, I was going to.
Oh, hi, Cheyenne.
Hi guys. I'm sure she'll be right back. I think she probably had to restart the computer, maybe? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. But, yeah. I mean, I guess we'll up close and personal with Cheyenne. And
Yeah, really.
Here. I don't know what I have to show you. I don't really have anything to show you. I don't have anything cool like Nikki has to show you. Sorry. I've got glitter. I've got tumbler pinchers. I've got a whole mess behind me, so just ignore that.
Is that a sublimated sweatshirt?
This one is not. No, this one is a DTF.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's
Yeah.
really pretty.
Yeah, only because this is like a all cotton hoodie. So I just did a DTF on this one. Let's see. Do your pinchers lock close? So they don't lock close. They're just like this. They have these little grippy things right here. And then let me grab a piece of paper. So when you have it, you like put your tumbler on the paper. Let me grab. Don't judge my tumbler right now. Yes, I know it's copyrighted. It's sitting here. So when you take it, you set your tumbler on it, and you basically you use the pinchers to just help close your paper. And that's like if you have problems with holding it closed while you tape it. Now, obviously, this is just printer paper, so it's not cut the correct length or anything. But that way, it'll hold it so that you have a hand to tape it. Let's see if I have. I don't know where my other. But they have different sizes, and like she said, you can get them on Temu. You don't need a third hand to use it. I'm sitting in my office chair, so I don't have like a place to really set it down. But if you set it down on your table or whatever your workspace is, it'll be a lot easier because you're just going to wrap it. And then you're going to take your little pinchers and set it in there. And where the little seam is, you're just going to use it. And it's basically going to pull that. And then you just hold it and tape, tape, tape. But that way it's holding the paper to it so that, you know.
That would be a big help.
Well, especially, I don't know, I'm just like not very coordinated. So trying to sit this and like hold it and not get a gap, like it's always trying to roll away from me or whatever. So it helps. And they have the different sizes, and these little grippy things really do a good job of holding it. So, I gotta set up.
Nikki is saying she's trying to come back. Her whole computer crashed.
Oh no!
But she's coming back eventually, shortly-ish.
Yeah. So let's see.
Yeah, that looks. I gotta say that looks really interesting because I haven't tried them, but now I'm gonna go look for them because I have crappy grip strength.
I'm not gonna lie, this was a TikTok buy. I saw it on TikTok, which is what made me buy it. So I bought it off Etsy through a TikTok. Hello, Miss Nikki.
You know, it would have to be mine that would just die. I would just die.
So yeah, we were just trying to keep it going for you.
I'm so sorry about that. I have no idea. We had, like I said, we've had storms rolling in, and all of a sudden, everything flashed in the house, and it went crazy. So
Flash,
I don't know.
Flash is bad.
Hello.
I kept them entertained talking about pinchers.
I was listening to you, and I'm going, I'm coming back.
I was trying. I'm sorry. I didn't want it awkward silence.
That's okay. What I was trying to tell you guys, thank you to my team. This is why you have a team, everybody, because they pick you up when you terribly fail. So at the end of the day, can you use the heat gun method? Yes, you can. You can use it for whatever you need, spot designs, that kind of thing. Yes, you can use it. Please use what you want to use. This is not the end all be all. If you're going to ask me, am I going to use it? I'm going to use it for underneath my handles. That is exactly where I plan on using the heat gun. I have the tools such as a mug press, a tumbler press, a convection oven, and heat press. I have all the things, so I'm going to use the things. But if you don't and you want to try, go for it. At the end of the day, what are you going to lose? A substrate. So find cheap and expensive substrates that are hard surfaces. I wouldn't do them on any of the fabric stuff. But I will tell you, here you go. This one was completely in the mug press. This one was in my tumbler press. Side-by-side comparison on the color, they are identical. Okay, so except for the, but whatever. So at the end of the day, yes, you can do it. Take your time. Don't be live. Don't be talking to friends. And don't have your computer crash midway through your live. There's that too. So, it's whatever you choose. I was asked if it was a possibility. Anything in life is a possibility. It's a matter of how much effort and time you want to put into something. At the end of the day, do what you want to do. I will say this. I do try some of the craziest things that I see on TikTok, that I see over on Facebook, on Instagram, wherever it is, here on YouTube, wherever it may be, I will try it out because you guys may be afraid to do it. I have a ton of substrates here that I either get from my Condi box. And so I have those at the ready for me to be able to play with. So there's that. I also get free substrates from being an influencer, content creator, if you will. So I use those to help benefit whatever it is maybe for you, right? At the end of the day, I'm just trying to see if it works. You're still going to try it, go for it. I'm not going to tell you not to. And I'm not going to go and knock in however method you want to use. At the end of the day, if that's what you want to do, you do it. I don't care. I'm going to do what I want to do. You're going to do what you want to do. My name is Nikki Damkowitz. I am the Sassy Sober. That is Cheyenne. She is from Mom Cave & Co. And the Elderberry is my moderator at large. And that would be Miss Patty Gorski. So thank you guys so much for this crazy, convoluted live. And hopefully Facebook will allow us to get back live again at some time soon. Until then, us three ladies, we'll see you on the flip side. Good night, everyone.
Good night.